Oh, did that fill that in black? I'll just paint it just in case. I don't know why I took that other stuff out. I could have just painted it.
Just on the final bit of load screen, by the way.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just filling this stuff in now. Oh, this is going to be so great. I'm going to have a set really fast. We've been really digging the creative stuff we've been doing, and you guys have been digging it, and that's been really cool, too.
Yeah, I've got the kids chained to the wall and gagged at the moment. I took the time to get up a bit earlier and sort of calm them down a bit this time. Oh yeah, and my 17-year-old daughter's given me a hand as well. She decided to grace our presence by getting out of bed.
I have one of those, and sometimes she gets out of bed too.
How old's Red?
Red is 16.
16.
Yep, and then Cherry Pie is 17. They're actually 10 months apart.
Oh yeah, my two. Yeah, I've got two that are 10 months apart. They're almost. Yeah. It's almost like having twins.
Yeah, you have that. Amazing how fertile they can be, right there in that little gap between.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, I've been lucky so far with that. Hannah's not one of those kids that will go down the park drinking cider. Well, not that I've ever caught her doing anyway.
Yeah. Cherry is that way too. She's, in fact, I think she's got her sights too set sometimes on having a very responsible and adult life.
Yeah, I can't get mine to do washing up, let alone have a responsible life.
Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Cherry.
Yeah, I'll get my daughter to sub to Redwood actually. She can pop on and give him a bit of support.
Yes, that would be good. That would be good.
Because she wants to get going herself and start doing a bit of YouTubing, but she lacks incentive.
Well, somebody needs to go on there just to make Red talk. Just poke fun at him so he has to defend himself.
This is what I was thinking of. Because he's a little bit. He's like me. With my first few videos I did, I had trouble. I had to scrap them because I couldn't talk. It felt unnatural to just speak aloud.
I think Red's problem is that he's good at commentary, but he's always been able to get by on letting me do it when he wants to. Now that he's got his own channel, he still hears me talking in the same room. So he's like, oh, well, you know, 13 has all the commentary handled. I can just kind of stare at my screen and drool. But
he's okay. I've watched a few videos. He does maybe need to talk a bit more, but you know, he's still watchable videos.
That's good. He is actually growing pretty fast. He's working on his own trailer. I'm jealous of his thumbnails. Damn, his thumbnails are good.
That's what I lack, is decent artwork on my channel.
You know, he's having some conflict because I'm pushing him really hard to also do modding and stuff, and he just wants to do gameplay.
Yeah, I watched the Cheech and Chong series.
Yeah, I got to keep that going today. I'm going to be doing a lot more of that. In fact, if you look at my schedule, it's about 60% creative at this point. Ooh, I don't want to do that.
Reminds me of back in the day when I used to mod maps and stuff for Battlefield 1942.
Well, there's a big market for that, and there's another important reality, and that is that game careers are helped by and sometimes started by modding.
That's right.
And you know what? I'm not. I don't know. I'm on the fence about a lot of things, but one of the things that I do know is whatever I do, I want it to have to do with video games and being a creative guy. So
if he starts early, he can make a fortune.
Yeah, that's one of the things. I was an auto mechanic most of my life and a jack of all trades. And I look back and my dad was an artist. My stepdad, I call him my dad. He was there for some really formative parts of my upbringing. That is a great source of consternation for my natural father, and I apologize to him for referring to Bob as dad, but I prefer to both of them as dad. Really, it's impossible to have such strong men have such great influence on your life and not call that distinction. I think in a world where that we live in now, you may have more than one father, and they may truly be fathers.
Yeah, I'm in a similar situation.
Yeah, so
my natural
anyhow,
dad died a few years ago, and I've got stepdads, so, and I like and respected them both.
Well, both of them are truly great figures in my case. Really impressive guys. So anyhow, my stepdad was an artist, and he always encouraged me along artistic paths, but I didn't really take advantage of the situation as far as, he could have really been a boon to helping me become an artist, and I ended up doing all of that on my own through things like classes at school and exposure to other artists.
Yeah, my daughter's currently studying art in sort of sixth form, which is kind of after school, if you know what I mean. It's sort of like grade levels, which is kind of, it's like a miniature university kind of thing. Uni. Yeah, we have slightly different education systems, I think, because we got college and university, and I think college over there means something slightly different to what it does over here. Yeah, that's right.
Over here, college and university are synonymous, and what you're describing makes me think that she might be doing something like a tech school.
Yeah, it's actually an academy, so it's kind of like it is that kind of thing.
That's where I got my, I don't know, I blurred the lines. I got my degree from a school that is a university. It's a bachelor's in science and all that, but the school itself was heavily focused on either business or technology.
Yeah, the academy she's at the moment seems to have its focus on business as well, and like a bit of art and enterprise. Yeah, as she says.
Well, art is something that has a huge market now.
Yeah.
So much that an artist can do. There's so many things that require visual medium that didn't in the world that our parents grew up in. Back then you had signs and books?
Yeah, they were pretty straightforward, really. Now you can vary it up a bit now.
Oh yeah, now you see art in so many things. Computer applications have their own artistic needs, and then there's the kind of wider things like games and then a lot of animation. Movies have tons of things in them that don't exist now, and somebody's got to make those things that don't exist.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love art. I really do. Well, I have a love-hate relationship with art. I am incapable of art when I really put my mind to it. But if I just kind of throw stuff, I am a painter who is a sculptor. So even when I'm painting, I end up doing kind of sculpting techniques. I'm crap when it comes to regular paint. I painted a tree on the wall of the Dosita's nursery when they were little babies, and it came out all right, but one side of it is bigger than the other, and
that's what you got stencils for.
Yeah, that's another thing. There was an unspoken family philosophy when I was growing up, and I made it a truly spoken philosophy, and that is that every day we have an obligation to become stronger, faster, or smarter. So I painted it freehand so that I could become better, even though I did sacrifice part of my sanity and, you know, I'm sure some of the awesomeness of the actual project by doing that.
Yeah. Just placing some basic thrusters down. I mean, if you're in creative, then there's no problem moving them.
Yeah, we will have to move it too, in theory, potentially.
But it's just giving you an idea of how many you're going to need and where, roughly.
Yeah.
And then as you build, just delete, replace, it's fine.
Yeah,
No biggie.
Yeah, there's, once I get done with the basic shapes of these rooms, I'm going to get the hallway started, which is a whole hallway system that we don't have in place. We need to drop down here. I hope I end up liking what's going on here. Wow, there is one big-ass platform out there.
Yeah, if you use your drop down, do you know where your drop down bar is, where your name is on your inventory? That's the way of finding the new stuff that Keen have put in, actually. And have you seen the new programming block?
No, I
The
haven't.
latest patch, C# programming block.
Cool.
It literally is a mainframe that you can program with C#.
Nice.
So if you know that, then you've got an advantage over everyone else for starters.
Yeah, I kind of coded a video game in C#. It's one of the languages I know.
That's the programming language of space engineers now. They've added in the mainframes.
Awesome.
So,
yeah, I wonder if the game itself is done in C#. I guess it's possible. It used to be, by my perception, I can hear the code monkeys up there winding up their organ grinders, but it is my perception that C# used to be a slower language and it's gotten faster. It's also my perception that that happened with Java. Now, I'm not an idiot, and I also know that hardware has gotten faster, and the backbone of the internet has gotten faster, and all of that stuff. So, if that's the truth of things, then be aware, code monkeys, that I'm aware. But that was a great show, by the way, and a good term for a programmer, but I have built myself onto the outside of the ship.
You've what? Built yourself onto the outside of the ship?
Yeah, I closed myself on the outside.
Painted yourself into a corner. Some painter you are.
Oh, it's creative mode. I guess I could have just, removed a block faster than actually doing this running around I'm doing. But, okay, so what's the effect on this room? Oh, I kind of like it. I like it. Yeah, I like everything that happened there. I might actually play with the concept of rebuilding this a little bit so it looks slightly different. Use my sniffles, guys.
Stop! Yeah, so maybe apart from, once this is done, apart from the outside, I mean... which is yet to be...
I did something I regret.
Oh, good, let's come have a look.
No, I took out some of the horror lights. I think I might just leave them there, though. Leave it taken out. Because I want this room to be as open as it is. Yeah, I think we're going to go with that. I think that's fine.
Yeah, and I remember Zimnala talking about this exit to the hangar here. You were discussing putting some cargo. Yeah, you're sadly lacking cargo space at the moment.
Yeah, we have to put we have cargo space, but we definitely need the ability to access the container system and all of that.
There's a good place for
I
a couple
think,
of cargo containers here.
yeah, I think the front cargo container can come off too.
Let me just find something I can whack in here, and then while we're in creative.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to move everything out of this container and into the back containers and move it and a couple of other things.
God, you really feel the pressure to get things done when you're in creative and you've got a limited time span.
Yeah, I'm doing okay so far, but I still reserve the right to look at things and tilt my head sideways and go, what do I want to do with this?
Right, I've whacked 4 large containers, which I think is adequate storage. I think anything less and just because there's a thing with Space Engineer, there's a bit of a bug. If you fill a container to the brim, there's a good chance it will blow up.
Oh, okay. Well,
And if
that's
it
not a
blows
good
up, all
thing
the contents just spill out. Oh my god, you just don't even want to know. It's
Yeah,
absolute nightmare. It can wreck your
that
ship
sounds
completely.
terrible. That does not sound good.
Alright, let's plot out what I want for this bridge.
Okay. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, last thing you really need is full cargo containers, so you need to have enough of them.
Let's see. Okay. Let's see. What piston is that?